The Stranger at Midnight Part 2. The Clock That Knows. I didn't go home that night. How could I?
Every step away from the park felt like I was being pulled back by some invisible thread.
The pocket watch, now ticking faintly, felt heavier in my hand with every passing moment. I ended up at a 24-hour diner instead, under the fluorescent lights, with the comforting hum of chatter and clinking dishes. I thought I could make sense of what had happened. But the watch wouldn't let me think clearly. The ticking wasn't steady. Sometimes it sped up. Sometimes it slowed down.
It was erratic, like it had its own heartbeat, anxious and unpredictable.
I turned it over in my hands, looking for some clue, when I noticed an engraving on the back. Every second matters. I ordered coffee, black and bitter, hoping it would anchor me. But then it started happening. The diner shifted. One moment, the waitress was filling up someone's cup. The next, she was standing at the counter, completely still, her face blank.
The people around me froze mid-motion.
Like someone hit pause on the entire world except for me and the watch. I stood up, the chair scraping loudly against the floor.
Hello? No response.
The ticking grew louder.
I looked down at the watch, and the hands were spinning wildly.
Faster than I thought was possible.
My heart raced as I turned to leave the diner, but before I reached the door, a voice stopped me.
You shouldn't have taken it. I spun around, and there he was again, the stranger from the park. He was sitting at a booth in the corner,
sipping from a cup of coffee like nothing was wrong.
What's happening? I demanded, my voice breaking.
He smiled, calm and detached.
The watch is adjusting to you. It's trying to catch up.
Catch up to what?
Your reality.
He stood up slowly, placing the cup down with precision.
This place you call your life, it's a bubble, a distortion. That watch, it's your key out.
But it's also a curse.
You'll see things you're not ready to see, hear things you don't want to hear. And if you're not careful, he paused, his dark eyes boring into mine.
It will stop ticking.
And so will you.
The words hit me like a freight train.
My breathing quickened. What do you mean, stop ticking? What's going on? He stepped closer, the air around him growing colder. You're not meant to know, not yet.
But you're running out of time.
You'll need to make a choice soon. What choice? I yelled. His form began to blur, like smoke dissipating in the air.
Before I could grab him, he was gone again, leaving me alone in the frozen diner.
But the worst part wasn't his disappearance. It was the ticking. The watch stopped, and so did my heartbeat. Is this the end of my journey, or the beginning of something much darker?
I'll find out.
If I survive, stay tuned for part 3, where we uncover the truth behind the stranger, the watch, and the world we live in.